Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Multiplication and Division Practice with Mrs. Coulter. This will be our last video before summer, so I hope that you all have a wonderful summer. It's been great working, giving you videos, and it's been really fun, so I hope that you have a wonderful summer. Today we are going to kind of apply all of the skills that we've learned throughout these 6 or 7 weeks in when we're reading our word problems. So sometimes when we're reading our word problems, we become overwhelmed because we aren't sure which process to do and what to do with the numbers. So I'm here to help you to work through that process and create pictures and equations that will help you to answer the word problem correctly. We will be starting. So if you want to get out a piece of paper, that would be great. You could always pause this and work through it. So we will be starting on number 14. The clarinet section of the band marched in 6 rows with 2 clarinet players in each row. How many clarinet players were there in all? When we are reading a word problem, we always want to make sure we know what the numbers are. What are we talking about here? So I see 6 rows there. So what I would do is I would highlight or circle or underline, whatever you feel comfortable with, the numbers that you see in order to know what we are working with here. So we have 6 rows with 2 clarinet players in each row. So it's important to know, can't see that very well. Let me see if we can do it with another color that you can see a little bit better. There, you can see that a little better. So it's important to know to highlight the entire label. So if I just were to highlight 6, that wouldn't really make sense because I don't know 6 of what. And same with 2. So I know that it's 6 rows, and then in each row, there are 2 clarinet players. We want to know how many clarinet players were there in all. So what I would do is I would take a different highlighter, or if you circled, maybe underline, how many clarinet players? That's what we're trying to find. So now we know our numbers that we are going to plug into our equation, and then we also know what we are trying to find. So what I would do, it says to make a drawing. I should have read you the instructions first. I read them ahead of time, but it says make a drawing for each problem. Label your drawing with a multiplication equation, then write the answer to the problem. So we are going to make 6 rows. We're just going to start with 6 rows. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. It's a little uneven, which is okay. And then how many clarinet players are in each row? That's right, 2. So we already have 1 in each row because that's how it started. That's how we made our row. So 1, 2, 1, 2. And you make sure each row has 2 clarinet players. Now we're going to count up to see how many clarinet players there are total. We are able to count by 2s in this equation because it's rows of 2. So we would just count. Here we go. So you can see it better. Okay. So we would have 2, 4, 6, 8, oops, 10, oh, sorry. 10 and 12, applying our skills of counting by 2 as we already did, and also using an array. So now it says we have our drawing there, and we saw that there were 12 clarinet players in all. So we would write down our answer of 12. And then to save time, I'm just going to write CP, but you would be expected to label appropriately. So you would be expected to write clarinet players next to your number. So 12 clarinet players. Now, that is not all we need to do. We also need to label our drawing with a multiplication equation. We had 6 rows with 2 in each. So that would be 6 times, we put it right here on the corner because we are multiplying. So our number of rows, 6 times how many were in each row? Well, 2. It's very hard for me to write with this pencil. I apologize for the sloppiness. So 6 times 2 equals 12. And that is how we found our answer of 12 clarinet players. I'm going to erase all of this and scroll down so that you can see 2 more problems. And I would love for you to practice these on your own. So here are the 2 problems. If you want to pause your screen and do the work here, make sure you draw a drawing and then label your drawing and then always label your answer. All right, everybody, I hope you have a great summer. We will see you later.